Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another video. This is 9/11, so I'm wearing my patriotic do-rag and remember those who we lost on September the 11th, 21 years ago. Doesn't seem possible, does it? And those that we lost after the fact that did not even know that it damaged their lungs and things. So anyone that was associated with 9/11, thank you for your sacrifice, those friends and families of those members. And I remember it well. I was in South Texas. I was building a new county jail, a 1,200 bed facility in South Texas. Actually, two. One was 1,200, one was 800. But anyway, so I was the senior management down there on that. So yeah, I remember it quite well. My assistant met me at the door as I walked in the office, and she said, "Have you heard?" And I said, "No." And so we sat down and started watching it on the computer. So a very sad day. But anyway, the video is about a survey that's on my community page, my YouTube community page. And if you don't know what the community page is, then go up to YouTube and there should be a header somewhere that says community page. I don't know how your computer's set up, but anyway, if you're a subscriber, you should have seen a notice of me posting this survey on the community page. And basically it's asking you to choose two models, your preferred models, to be released on September the 15th through the 30th for pre-order of first runs. And these are the only two models that's going to be released this year. The remaining three models that's on the list will not be released till after the first of the year. Now, these models that is going to be released for pre-order on the 15th will not be built until March of 2023. Again, these will not be built until March of 2023. That gives me time to get all of the wholesale orders done that's on the books, all the retail orders that's on the books, everything that's on the books, get that done and over with before I take care of these. But the reason I'm placing them up for pre-order now is because I don't know where materials is going to be in the next few months. I'll give you an example. The SureTouch that I've been paying $12, $13 a set for has gone up to double that. And so I don't, there may become a time when I can't even get SureTouch anymore. I don't know. But anyway, at least now, whatever options is posted on the website on the 15th that you can order, then I know that those are available and what the pricing is. So I can go ahead and procure all of those materials with the sand belts and glue and everything else, and epoxy and pins and everything else that goes along with making a knife, and make sure that I have that stored away so when it does come March that I can go ahead and fabricate those. So it helps both of us out. Okay, it gives me a little bit of cash flow. It gives you an opportunity to get a model that you want at the pricing, at today's pricing. Because let's face it, folks, pricing is constantly going up. So it's going to be cheaper today than it will be tomorrow. Okay, so at least you can lock in the pricing now for that, and I take the risk for that. Okay, so anyway. Again, it will not be built until March. I can't stress that enough. Please read the listing carefully before you order one of these knives on the 15th. And it will be a limited time to pre-order the first runs. First runs will probably end on the 30th. Okay, so there's only going to be a 2-week window that you can pre-order first runs of the two that I choose from the list. And that list, that survey, I will choose the two highest percentages, and those will be released on the 15th once I figure out pricing. And pricing is not going to be astronomical. We're not talking thousands of dollars, folks. I mean, from the basic pricing, it's only going to go up a few dollars, if any. I have to look at the pricing on materials when I post them, okay, so that I can lock that pricing in. All right. So, there's a profit margin that I have to maintain to stay in business. So whatever the material cost is, then that profit margin has to be added to that. Whatever that is, that's what they're going to be listed for. I would imagine they're going to be on average 275 to maybe around 325, depending on what handle materials and steel you get. The Field Boss may be around 400 for 3V. Okay, so it just depends on what handle material you choose and what steel you choose. Okay, all of these knives will be done in most likely AEBL. Again, I have to see what's available when I do the listing. But my preferred steel is AEBL. A close second would be Nitro V. Okay, the only exception to that would be the Field Boss. The Field Boss would be either AEBL or an upgrade option to 3V. That is a large chopper, so I think the 3V upcharge is worth the money for large choppers because it is tougher than most of the other steels. So that upcharge is probably going to be around $100 for 3V. Okay, so kind of anticipate that. But again, the Field Boss is a large chopper, so it's going to take some stresses that the others may not need. Okay, or be put through. So I think that that's probably a fair upgrade or a reasonable upgrade for those who want to put that knife through some stresses. Okay, so basically the 5 options that you're going to have, and this is not in the same order that the survey is in, but at least you'll get an option of what they are. Handle material will be just like the Master Sportsman. There was Camo Sure Touch with orange pins and orange liners. There was a Coyote Sure Touch with neon green pins and green liners. There's a black Sure Touch with black pins. There's an option, of course, of the green, natural, and black canvas micartas. And the upgrade option for dark rosewood with red pins and a red liner. So you can get all of these to match your previous orders and all that, so you have the same options. Okay, so and pricing will reflect what handle material you choose. Micarta is one price, Sure Touch is another price, rosewood is a different price. Okay, so pricing is always dictated according to what options you choose. So the options will be a Master Outdoorsman, and this is not the model we're going to do. We're going to do I think it's C model, which the Scandi portion is stretched out just slightly. So anyway, but there will be a video on the 2 that is selected for release on the 15th. We'll go into more details and specifications. But your options are the Master Outdoorsman, the Field Boss, and it will be in the Master Outdoorsman is in 16th inch material stock. The Field Boss will be in 5/32 stock, and again the specifications will be in a video, pre-release video of the whichever models are selected. This is the Master Carver, will be an option, and this is the model that we're going to use. This is B model, and I just love this knife. So anyway, it's a fantastic carver. A little detail knife. If you're going to do some crafts and things, that is a fantastic knife. I mean, just phenomenal knife. Of course, the Field Lore, and this will be the model released, so it will look very, very close to this. I have not done the water jets yet, so they may slightly vary, but when they're released, you'll be able to see what is actually going to be the first runs are going to look like. Anyway, so this is prototypes, but this is pretty close to 99.9% of what it's going to look like. Handle size, it's a very ergonomic handle. We'll have thumb scallops. It's going to fit. My hands are large, so I think that it's gonna fit the average hands, medium to large, very well. Now, if you have extra large hands, or if you have very small hands, then I would not get anything with a liner. Okay, make sure you get possibly micarta, which will not have a liner, something that's gonna thin that handle down a little bit. But if you have extra large hands, make sure what you order it has a liner. Okay, so at least it gives that a little bit more thickness. And I cannot thin down Sure Touch. Some people ask me to thin Sure Touch. I can't do it because of the layers, and trying to keep them equal on both sides is just practically impossible. So anyway, this is the Taskmaster. This is pretty much what the Taskmaster is going to look like. Fantastic detail knife. I have not done many videos on this, but it's upswept for, I mean, a skinning blade. It's like a detail knife with multi functions. Has the tooth there that the carver doesn't have, but it has the Scandi there for those draw cuts and everything else that a tooth has become famous for, and that straight edge for feathers and carving. And even with that upswept blade, you still have the option of the carving and things. I think we're going to put thumb scallops on this because I like the thumb scallops. So I think that we're going to actually include thumb scallops on this model. I really love this knife. Again, a light knife, 1/8 inch steel. It's going to be a great light knife for a neck knife. It's a little bit heavier than the Master Carver, of course, because it's just put them side by side so you can kind of get an idea of the differences. But you kind of see the differences in it. Blade on the Taskmaster is about 4 inches, a little less, whereas this one's around 2. So anyway, there you have it. I think that's all of them. So please only select 2 in the percentages on the community webpage or the community page of YouTube. And I wanted to give you guys a voice and see what you prefer. I wish I could do all of them. It's just I don't want to get in the same situation I am now, where I'm so backlogged that I don't even have time to do anything. So I want to get it to where you guys still have the option of getting what you want, and not putting myself in too much of a bind, and still at reasonable pricing. Okay, so anyway, there you have it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. But once the models are selected, then I will do a video, a pre-order video that will go into more detail of the 2 models that are selected. But again, please, if you can't wait patiently 6 months for it, then I just prefer you wouldn't order, to be honest, because when I have 100 people asking when am I going to get my knife every week, I don't have time but to answer emails, and so anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are just the grease that keeps the wheel turning. You guys are just phenomenal. I appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would not be WC Knives. It's just that simple. And I try in every way to include all of you, the WC family, in the options and the choices as much as I can, to provide you what you prefer. Because again, without you, there would not be a WC Knives. Thank you again so much. And don't forget September the 11th, and remember those who have fallen. And we'll catch you again very soon.